in place. It's going to cover working Americans. It seems like Republicans are doing everything they can do to block it. Can you tell me why Republicans are taking this stance and what they have to offer instead of just no?
Oh, sure. On health care reform, well, first I'll tell you I did vote against the recent health care law. I did vote against it, but I can tell you at least what I stand for, and I can tell you what I would say many Republicans stand for, and I suspect a lot of Democrats and independents too. But I've stood for on this issue. Well, first, the issue of medical liability reform did come up when the Republicans were in charge. The House passed its very strong medical liability reforms. Would go to the Senate and would die in the Senate. Could never break a filibuster. I would tell you that allowing small businesses to form associations would pass the House. It would go to the Senate and die. So the association health plans that would open up basically more of a sort of more of an interstate model. I will tell you what I do support too on health care reform. In addition to all that, there are some areas of consensus, particularly as it relates to making sure that younger people have access to lower premium, higher deductible policies married to a catastrophic coverage, and we should give individuals the same type of favorable tax treatment that we give a business. So when an individual has no health insurance and say he or she is working, they should get the same tax treatment the company now enjoys. Many companies are having a hard time providing insurance, but they receive a very favorable exclusion, as they should. But the individual has to use after-tax dollars to buy that health insurance. That's unfair. That's something that we must change. High-risk pools. Now, that's part of the new law, although I'll tell you the way they administered this and the way they enacted the high-risk pools is not very effective. Very few people in Pennsylvania are going to be covered under it, but if you do a meaningful high-risk pool, the way to help spread risk and assign people into this pool that would need to be subsidized to help people who have pre-existing conditions or illnesses to get them some level of coverage that they currently don't have access to. I don't think it would be. I don't think, frankly, it's fair to say that all Republicans are opposed to health care reform. I absolutely support health care reform, and I support a lot of strong proposals. And developed a proposal. You go to my website, you can go there and get it, and you can see what I've been advocating on health care reform as an alternative to what we have now, which I think the numbers are coming in, and we're finding out it's unsustainable. In fact, just today, 4 Democratic senators have joined me and others who said we have to repeal one section of that bill that deals with requiring small businesses to offer 1099s to anyone they do business with over $600. I mean, it's in the bill. I mean, it makes no sense. It's very costly. It's an impediment to small business, and there's things in there that we're discovering all the time. So, but thanks for the call, Bob. We're going to keep moving here. Let's go to Dave. Dave in Emmaus. Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Hey, Charlie. On the subject of healthcare reform and the Obamacare bill that is now law, Congressman Steve King of Iowa has a bill designed to repeal the entire thing so we can start over and have something sensible. He has a discharge petition that he's trying to gather the signatures on. Got a list of the congressmen who signed the petition on his website, and I don't see your name there. Is there some reason?
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Dave, I believe that we need to repeal very broad sections of this bill, of this law. They're also, and I can start specifically with the Medicare cuts, the employer mandate, the individual mandate. I think I said the Medicare cuts. There are all sorts of issues. The 1099 issue. I just pointed out the device tax. I can go down the list here and tell you all kinds of things that need to be repealed out of that law. I prefer a strategy that would not only repeal but would replace. And there's a bill that's being offered by Dave Camp that I'm more interested in at the moment. That said, I think this law has created enormous problems for us. I think it's better to do a replace strategy. That would be my preference.
Shouldn't Congressman King be supported in his efforts? We'll get it.
Well, yeah, like I said, I think we have to add a replacement piece to that. A replacement piece,
which you certainly can do along the way. But I would just encourage you to sign the petition and add momentum to the effort.
I got you. And Dave, the other thing too, as I said, I voted against the bill that became law over my objections. I would also tell you too that in the short term, the bill will not be repealed. I say that, let's be very candid here on the phone, that the same people who